And we are live.
Perfect.
Hey guys, this is Chris Mincola with the Mincola Group at West USA Realty, and I'm joined again with Evan Einhorn with Modern Home Lending, our preferred lender. How you doing, Evan?
Good. How about you, Chris?
Good. We are sort of on time today, and this is good, even though we're busy.
Yeah.
Today we're going to be talking about a couple of things. We're going to be talking about VA loans, and we're going to also be talking about how to kind of time your move and what to expect on the timing of that. So why don't we start first, because this is a really good time of year to talk about this. Most people traditionally are moving around this time of year with school letting out, and wondering, when should I actually plan this? So one of the things to keep in mind, and Evan can kind of give you a better idea on this, but we want to start looking at properties when you guys are ready. So that means you're obviously pre-qualified, or you have proof of funds. You get qualified with a lender with all your documents to back that up. So we're good to go, and we know what you're looking for. We kind of plug that search in, and we start looking. Now, you'll probably find a property pretty quick if you have a good realtor helping you out with that. You really don't need to see every property on the market if your realtor's doing their job and you have a good idea in your head of what you're looking for in the area you want to be in. So for starters, there's that. But as far as timing goes, we're looking at, if we were to close on something, let's say today, Evan, we'd be looking at what? Your first payment would be due around May 1st?
Yep, that is correct.
So. And your usual escrow period with you would be what? You could do it probably faster, but 25 to 45 days, unless it's...
Yeah, I'd say 30 days plus or minus a week or two.
Yeah. And if it's a construction loan or renovation loan, then obviously more like 60 days, probably.
A little longer, yeah.
So
a month plus, depending on the loan. But, we can also close it in a couple of weeks. But most sellers aren't looking to do that necessarily either. But,
Right. And you can beat that rush a little bit by starting actually right about now. Waiting till April, you're going to hit the busy season for sure. April, May, June, that's our prime heat up there when school lets out around the end of May for us in Arizona.
Right.
I know back east it's more like the end of June. So, all right. So guys, there's a quick rundown on timing. And we're also going to be talking about VA loans today. Evan has really good information for VA buyers.
I don't even know if people know what VA loans are.
Yeah. So let's talk about that.
Yeah. What is it? VA loans, people call it the VA because it's backed by the Department of Veteran Affairs. So Department of Veteran Affairs. So the VA loan is for our veterans. Now, depending on when you served and whatnot, there's different time frames you need to serve. But for the most part, if you were reserves or National Guard for at least 6 years, or if you were active duty for at least 2, or if you were deployed for at least 6 months, those are the 3 general. Again, not all the same thing, but the VA loan by far, in my opinion, is the best loan out there. Better than conventional, better than FHA. But again, our veterans have definitely earned that right. So it's a good benefit that I really do enjoy, helping veterans understand and get into a home with a VA loan benefit.
Yeah, I know my stepfather was actually in the Army, and even after he passed away, my mother was able to use the VA benefit. So it's really nice. No down payment, no mortgage insurance, right, Evan?
Yeah, so that's a couple of big things. No down payments required. The reason they do that is because honestly, veterans, they actually have the lowest foreclosure rate, just because veterans stick in their home and they actually make their payments on time, etc. So no mortgage insurance, no down payment, lower interest rates than conventional too. Now I spoke to this with you about interest rates yesterday, Chris. Some lenders, their VA loan rates are higher than conventional, but that's unfortunately because they kind of take advantage of the situation. So VA loan rates should be much lower than conventional. So talking to a bank, definitely talk to a broker like me, because our interest rates could be 1% or even more off. So we could be possibly 1 or 1.25% lower in interest rate that I've seen compared to other mortgage bankers on a veteran loan, VA loan. So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, and so we had talked about this yesterday. I actually, okay, I'm gonna just come right out and say it. We were talking about USAA because that's what every veteran is probably primarily approached from, right? USAA is the
Yeah,
typical.
so we beat
Yeah,
USAA all the time.
yeah, yeah. I looked down at you were 3.75 yesterday, and it was 4.125 on their website yesterday. Just to
So,
give you guys an idea on rates. Plus, you're not charging any underwriting or processing fees, right, Evan?
right. So that's and service and everything, and it's unfortunate, that so many people, try to make more money on VA loans than regular loans. We don't. It's the same. We don't upcharge anyone. So and we're already competitive as is. So our VA loans are amazing. So if you're a veteran out there and you have a rate of 4.25 or higher, give us a call because we might be able to refinance you lower now too. So
Yeah.
rates are low. But the VA loan, if anyone knows any veterans that's renting, one other thing too, VA loan is the most lenient loan as far as guidelines go. So it's more lenient than FHA for most guidelines, for most credit.
Yeah.
You can potentially go as low as a 500 credit score. It's a lot tougher to get an approval at that amount, but we have
Right.
done loans under 580 with VA. So most lenient, I mean, by far, like lower rates, no mortgage insurance, no down payment. A lot of people don't know this too. If you already own a home and you're living in it, you can actually buy another home with your VA benefit. So that's a
Two at
big
the same
one.
time.
Two, so there's a calculation to figure out, hey, how much exactly can you qualify for? Because there's only so much VA benefit. But if someone bought $175,000 home a couple of years ago, they could easily buy a $300,000 home now and keep two homes with two VA loans that you have an amazing deal on, and you can keep one as an investment.
So that
So
basically just takes them to the top of the qualification, which is over 400,000.
yeah,
Is where the cap is. So 2 and 1
it's
would be
about,
fine.
yeah, the VA tries to match that, but basically you have about up to $484,000 of loan that you can still put 0% down. But a lot of people don't know this too. Just because that's maxed out doesn't mean you can't use a VA loan. You can use a VA loan on a $600,000 home in Maricopa County. The only difference is you're going to have to put a little down. Still way more competitive than any other option out there. So,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. One other thing too, we part of the VA loan is that the seller has to actually take care of something else. Remember what that is, Evan? We do this on our end, right? The
Yeah.
termite inspection.
The termite inspection, yeah. The buyer can't pay the termite inspection. So
Yeah.
you always
Another
got to get
little, yeah, another little added benefit
a
there.
little bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
So
huge, but look, now for us too, we're always going to make sure our veterans have a home warranty. So, well, that's another thing we're going to add to the piece of the puzzle there for you guys. So, we just like to make sure you guys are well taken care of. We really appreciate it, and plus our son is a Marine too, so we have a little stake in that. But anyways, Evan, anything else you wanted to add to the VA thing, VA loan thing, so people can kind of get a better idea on that? I know you do a lot of these loans, and
yeah, I mean, bottom line, it's best loan out there. If you're talking to a bank, talk to us to get a second opinion. I think you'll see the savings. And if you're renting, if you're a veteran that's renting, strong. If you know you'll be in the area for at least a couple of years, strongly consider buying because your payments are going to be lower than civilians' payments with a similar down payment.
Yeah, with no mortgage insurance, right? Plus the lower interest rate, and
Yeah. So it makes sense if for most people to buy, even if you don't have a large down payment or you need down payment assistance. But for veterans, it's a no-brainer, and their rent and their mortgage is typically a couple $100 cheaper than their rent is, and they're building equity. So again,
yeah. One other thing too, I'd like to add on the timing of your move, whether you're a veteran or not. We talked about in general. If you're thinking about buying a home, you're already pre-qualified. we should start looking at least 60 days ahead of the time you're ready to move, right? Right around 60 of,
Yep.
you know, right around. If you're selling a house, we need to be talking at least 90 days before we get started. And one of the first things you want to do, unless you're paying all cash, is talk to a loan officer, a good one like Evan, to make sure you're pre-qualified, even bringing the equity over if you're going to use a loan at all.
Exactly.
To move on to the next one, whether it's VA or whatever. So that's kind of the starting point, kind of a quick little idea on timing there. But you can always contact us with any other information or questions you might have, and we can get you guys started. Evan, anything else you want to add?
No, I think that's it. So
awesome, guys. You can get in touch with Evan by just giving him a call, shoot him a text, or checking him out online. Where do they do all that?
Yeah, you can go to modernhomelending.com or give me a call personally at 602-456-2273. Thanks, Chris.
Great. You can always reach us 480-788-8569 or check us out online at McCullough.com. Whether you're here in Arizona or anywhere else, we'd love to be able to answer any of your questions, get you connected with somebody in our network to make sure you're well taken care of on the loan side and realtor side. We can talk to you guys next Wednesday. Again, at 1:30, we're here every week. Make sure you guys start asking some more questions. This was one that we had gotten on for a little while. We wanted to make sure we got it out to you. Thanks a lot for joining us.
Oh, thanks, you guys. See ya.
Thanks.